Jessica Parker is responding to criticism about the Sex and the City reboot. SJP appears on the cover of the December issue of Vogue. She told the magazine that there has been some misogynistic chatter online about her and her co-stars. For one, she said some have called her out for sporting her gray hair in some scenes. Others say the women, who are all in their 50s, are too old to be reprising their roles. SJP responded by saying, quote, "I know what I look like. I have no choice. What am I going to do about it? Stop aging? Disappear?" Erica, what did you make of all the criticism? I know you're also a Sex and the City fan.
Yeah, I think people just like to chime in on things that they likely wouldn't have liked or supported anyway. Obviously, everyone ages. We have followed this franchise through multiple chapters of these women's lives. So why would we stop now because there's gray hair? Like, I mean, everybody up here has gray hair, whether we choose to wear it out like that or not. I have found 5 new ones right here, so yes. Because we're aging, and the story doesn't stop just because we've gotten older. In fact, the whole thing has been a light into this dynamic of a friend group and all of the culture that has changed around them. Don't we want to see this through?
Yes.
I want to see it through.
I want to see it through, but what a double standard, because you rock your gray hair.
Yeah.
Nobody says anything about it except for compliments.
Did you ever have an agent or anybody say, hey, you might want to darken your hair or open up opportunities?
No, but I did. Before I got this job, I used to when I was in LA, because I went gray real early, and I was like, oh, I'm not getting jobs because I'm maybe aging. It's just I was terrible. So I just let it go out, and I just accepted it. It had nothing to do with it. What I want to get at is kind of what we were talking about before the show. It's like, why do we give so much credence to trolls online? Why are we doing stories? She looks beautiful. No, the majority of people, 90% of people are like, she looks great. I can't wait to see this. It's going to be, I'm so glad they're back. But when 10 people write in, it's like, oh, here's the story. She's got gray hair. Who cares what they say? They're running networks. They write into shows. They're running major corporations because a couple people, a minority group, is writing in, and now people are responding and obeying by their laws.
You know, since I brought it up and we talked about it during the break, and I'm listening to you talk, I do realize that this is how a lot of guys like us interact when we talk about this, is we can't believe that the other side exists. You go home to your beautiful wife and family and continue on with your life. I have female friends that are online that especially do talk about politics and things like that. And the abuse that women get online is staggering.
Right.
Death threats, everything, you know, and we've seen it with women we work with, women that are on this panel right now. And I think it's hard for guys like Jeff and I to understand, because that's not our world at all. I call him and talk about the Bears, but while we're doing that, there's a guy online telling Erica he's going to kill her.
Yeah.
And we have to be honest about that. That's why it's so hard for us.
That's such a small percentage, and I get affected by it, right? I have to go off social media because I get affected. SJP is affected. We're all affected in one way or the other.
But maybe it makes her feel better to respond. I know they say don't feed the trolls, but maybe once in a while
But that's all they want is response. They think she looks good too, and they just want a response. So they say something negative and mean, and then they have support in their own little crazy bubble that they live in.
Well, it's a good conversation.